horsepower does the truck have?
Wow, the zoom on this thing's crazy.
How much horsepower do you have on your truck?
It has 170 horsepower.
And that one has 215? Wow, you suck.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to another awesome, fantastic boat detailing video. Today we are working on this seadoo right here. The seadoo Challenger, or whatever it's called. I just realized that all this stuff is coming off. That's great. Anyway, so perfect example of a boat here. The oxidation has taken a toll. The docks have taken a toll on this boat. And this black gel coat is a little bit shot. So today we're gonna go ahead, do a little step-by-step walkthrough of getting this thing shined up. Adrian is not in the mood today, as you can see.
Look at the paint, bro. Awful.
But just like normal, we're gonna go ahead, knock out one side, and then show you quick before and after, and then we'll take you through the step-by-step of how to make this boat look like brand new. So as you can see here, we're unboxing a brand new Simone's polisher here. Adrian has the expensive version. This version here is about $250. And this version here is about $100, man. $100 on sale.
Detail on a budget. Let's see what we got inside here.
We're gonna open this guy up.
Wow.
See that nice cut? Ready?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, look at this seat. Oh, holy. Look at this.
This one actually came with a pad.
Oh my gosh, remember I just said the foam pads?
Why is there two?
Well, because double the fun. Anyway.
It's party time in the box. It's a party in the box.
Anyway.
What is this?
In case you need to repair it. Anyway, this
Which you
thing
will
is
need
a
to.
freaking hunk.
Which you will need to repair it.
If you guys are wondering,
wow.
the reason why you got
Hold on, can we just take a second for here? That's a $500 fine right now, but we'll move on.
Even though we are using a new Simone's one, it is only because poor Maxim here died on us, and only works if you hold it upside down.
Can we just get a moment of silence for Maxie?
So, if you guys want to just take a look, she made a lot of money. This polisher. Well, now the freaking pad is gonna be dirty, but okay. So let's weigh it in.
Can you get Maxim out of here?
The Maxim is heavier. I think Simone's is heavier.
Look at this color scheme.
Maxim is dead.
How much you pay for this spec?
For this spec?
Yeah.
Well,
because I know that's limited edition, the red trigger.
The polisher itself is $100, but to get it in this color was an extra $5K.
Yeah,
so.
I thought so.
Anyway, we'll screw
that's
this badge
Simone's
on
exclusive. And we're gonna keep saying Simone's because it bothers people. Wait.
In case you want to sand the boat.
No,
we're not sanding the boat with fucking 80, right? Anyway, guys, so here's our new polisher. Look at that trigger action. Solid trigger action. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get this fired up and get one of the sides of the boat polished out, guys.
Wow. The initial start.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Do you hear it? Look at that. Do you hear it?
Adrian won't admit it.
Do you hear it? Yeah, I can't hear you. What'd you say? Go ahead, say it again. Say it on top again. Say it again. Say it again.
No, shut up. Adrian won't admit it, guys, but he souped up his polisher, changed out the brushes, changed the intake, the exhaust.
We put in high aluminum cast bearings inside this thing.
Got a shot of nitrous on it.
Took this on the dyno, and I think it pushed like 970 brake horsepower. So, you know, something light. We're gonna do some more stuff to it, but it's good for now.
Now, this one here, as you can see, yeah. So this is the new Johnny here. She sounds okay, but I can tell you by the end of the day, those bearings are going to be asking to go home. And so this backing pad says it's a 7-inch, but it's actually technically not a 7-inch. So when we put our 7-inch pad on here, it's a little wobbly like this, so it's no good. So we have to modify our brand new polisher here. And I actually got to take this thing. Which way does this go off here? I got to take this off, and we got to actually steal the one from Maxim. And put it on.
He's still useful somehow.
So let's go to Maxim now. Hopefully we can get the one off the Maxim. And the Maxim one is actually the same as the good Simone's one. So we'll steal this one off. Now we'll give you a better comparison. So this is the Maxim, this is Simone. If we line them up, as you can see, one's a little bit bigger. We need the bigger one to fit and make sure this thing spins in a good orbital rotation or whatever, in a circle.
Yeah, circle.
Let's go ahead. Da-da-da. Modified.
Wow.
We'll grab our foam pad here, or not foam.
Maxim's still with us,
A wool cutting pad here,
even when he's not.
and we'll do a little tester here. We'll do a little tester here for the Johnnies at home. Take a look at that spot. It's a little bit of a shine difference compared to what was there before. Obviously we can wipe off the compound and stuff, but yeah, I think she'll get the job done, so let's get this side done. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video quality. We upgraded the filming phone here. Now we're on an iPhone 14 Pro. Pro. And we're just doing a test spot here. I just want to show you, here's the reflection in our test spot. We sanded a little bit here, that's what it looked like. Below is what it looked like before, down here. So there's a good test spot there. Reflection is coming back. What the hell is going on here? So anyway, there's our, I can't even speak because what the hell is going on here? But Adrian went ahead and just compounded out this side. So we haven't polished it, haven't done none of that. Only this spot here. We did a full cut polish and everything. We just want to see the owner and let him know that there's still these scratches in it, but we're trying to see does he want to focus on getting these out, because if you stand right here, you can't see any of the scratches, only when you get up close. So it's really how deep does he want to go with this. So he's going to come take a look and let us know. But look at that, you see Adrian in there perfectly fine.
Hello.
Party time, there we go, people. This side of the boat is all shined up. We got it cut, compounded, polished, finished out. It is looking like it's brand new. What does Adrian have to say?
Dude, it looks like you can go in it.
The reflection and the depth is pretty insane. Like, you can actually see the trailer tires reflecting off of the gel coat. So I'd say we did a pretty good job. If you come look at it like this, you can see we have great mirror quality reflection. Oh, look at that. There's Adrian. So anyway, you guys got a boat. You want to make it look shiny like this, just know we do this with two people. It's Adrian and I. And so if you're doing it with just yourself, remember that it's going to take at minimum double the time. We also have a lot of extra experience. We've done quite a few boats actually, so we have that, so we kind of know the steps to make everything faster. But we're going to share the steps with you guys so you can make your boat from looking like this to what you just saw on the other side. Now, very fortunate today that the gel coat on the Sea-Doo here is a lot better than what we were dealing with last week. Last week we polished like 3 boats, and the gel coat on all of them were cheaper gel coats, so it made everything way more difficult to bring in a better shine than what we were, I guess you'd say, aiming for. But anyway, so the gel coat on this isn't too bad, but it's still heavily oxidized. Not very many scratches. Per customer request, we're not going to be sanding this, and we're just going to be cutting it. So different process, a little bit different process than we were doing before. Still somewhat the same, but this is going to be the first one. Or I guess the first boat we didn't sand, but someone else sanded it, blah, blah, blah. You can watch that whole video. But the second one, you saw us sand it. It came out really good. But this one, we're not going to sand it. So you can see what that looks like. And we'll come to the other side. And what this looks like. And this is no sanding. No sanding, nothing. The white, you know, great reflection in the white. So let's go ahead, get to it. So step one, if this boat is going to be in your driveway, I highly recommend you wash it with Dawn dish soap. This right here is going to get rid of any oils, previous waxes, heavy dirt, and sometimes staining will come out of it. We don't have any water here, so we are not washing the boat. The boat's fairly clean, but still a little bit dirty, so we can wipe it down, so whatever. Anyway, so first things we gotta do is take all the covering off. One, so you don't damage it. Two, it's in the way because we need to polish where the cover is. So we're gonna take the cover off. So we're gonna clean the interior on this, but we always clean the interiors after we do the exterior. Step one, remove anything that you want to remove off it that's not gonna get damaged, dirty, or whatever. This is the second most important step here. Taping everything. So see, along here we have a perfect rub rail, not a single piece of damage done to it. And we want to keep it that way. We do not want to damage it. It's super easy to damage it with the rotary tool. With the DA, not really as much, but with the rotary, you can easily burn this. This is very just soft rubber, so you can burn that super quick. So what we like to do, take tape. This might be a little bit challenging here because of the curve, but I like to tape all of it off, and this adds like an extra layer of protection, so when we use the rotary we can get super close to the gel coat right along this edge and not have to worry about damaging the rubber, and we'll just burn the tape. Use a good quality tape and it'll stick nice and it won't burn out basically. Now you'll see when we come to the back, see how it's got all this foam back here on top of the non-skid? You also want to tape stuff like this off. You want to tape off these handles, anything that basically isn't the gel coat you want to tape off. You don't really necessarily have to worry about these, but what you will notice is the polishing compound will shine these things up when you run it over, and it'll actually leave some black spots around here, but when you hit it with the DA afterwards, it takes all that stuff out. Another thing, you can see the gas cap here. We want to tape around this because it's obviously a piece of plastic or rubber, whatever the seal is around here. And this piece here, this is just a piece of plastic with normal paint. You hit that with a rotary for half a second, you're gonna burn it. You put this tape on, adds a little buffer layer. The big question out there, what products should I be using? It's what everyone asks, right Adrian?
Yep.
So, like you guys saw, always we're using a rotary first. You can either buy what we call sort of expensive because it's on the higher end. It's at about $250, you know, before tax. On sale, $100. Are they both going to work? Possibly, but keep in mind I've been through, this is my second one, brand new one, and Adrian's still using that one the same amount of time. So you end up spending, if you spend cheap ones and you keep doing this, you're going to end up spending more money on cheap ones than if you just buy a good one to begin with. So that's kind of what ends up happening. So you can either rock like me with a cheap one, lower quality. Trigger is a lot cheaper quality, you know, there's no modulation of it, it's either on or off, or that one, which is also lighter too. So, you know, give and take. This one will work. As you can see me in the videos, I'll use this one, or I had the Maxim. We're gonna be using Meguiar's right here, oxidation remover 49. We always use this stuff. The reason why we use this stuff, super easy to get. You can get it in store. Sometimes it's on sale if you go to Princess Auto or Canadian Tire, fairly cheap, and it's just easy to get. So that's why we end up using it. Then finish it off later with So we're using a cutting pad, white cutting pad, finishing off with a yellow polishing pad. And this right here is basically just a compound, heavy cut compound. That's from Griot's, but you can use something like this over here, which you could also find in Canadian Tire, which is Ultimate Compound. This stuff's gonna work pretty much the exact same. Any heavy cut compound, yellow polishing pad is gonna bring out the shine, cutting it down, removing scratches, removing oxidation, bringing a first initial pass into it. Yellow cutting pad, or sorry, white cutting pad, yellow polishing pad. Then we have a DA with a aggressive, stiff foam pad. And we finish it out with something like this, also another vehicle polish. That brings more depth into it, removes a lot of the swirls, holograms, and whatever that leaves. And basically, every step you're doing is removing more scratches from the last step. So there you go. We're gonna get started. Adrian's gonna start out. He's gonna show you the steps, basically.
One new way.
We learned a trick.
Learned a trick from Rick.
From Rick here. And what we do is pour it into a cup, pour the compound, put it on a paintbrush. This way you use less compound. You can do a larger area, and basically you just paint it onto the surface here. And it's gonna get it shined up here in a minute. Paint it on, that way you're not spilling any, and if you actually put it on the machine, it flings around everywhere. And always remember, we're working small sections, so we're gonna do this small section of the boat. We'll cut it out probably twice, and then from there we'll do another small section. Always probably roughly a 2 foot by 2 foot section is what you're aiming for, and that's what you want to do. What are you looking for, boss? Pad. Also, guys, keep in mind when you're doing this, pads get super dirty, so having multiple of them is a good thing to have. So we have probably about 6 white cutting pads, 2 polishing pads right now, and a couple of these. Whatever that is. Anyway, I'm getting sunburnt out here. You can feel my nose is a little bit burnt. It's hot. We're working in the sun, doing a black boat in the sun. It's a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got a lot of love on the last videos, that's for sure. So Adrian's gonna show us a quick tutorial here. We've shown it in other videos, but this is what we're watching again. Adrian, what speed are we gonna be taking it at here?
Personally, I'm on 4.
He's on 4 on this machine.
I might move up to 4.5, 5 by the end of it.
Yep.
You want to start slow when the polish is actually on the paint right now, on the gel coat, because you don't want to go in crazy. You just get your pad primed a little bit.
So there you go, guys. That's a first cut with oxidation remover. You can see what it was looking like before. First initial cut. We'll wipe some of the stuff off. But what you'll notice, it's super easy to notice on black here, is oxidation remover has some grit in it. So you'll see these marks right here. That's going to be from the oxidation remover. But what it's doing is it's helping take some of that gel coat off, the initial oxidized gel coat off. So that's why you need to polish afterwards, or use the yellow polishing pad, because that's going to take those scratches out. So you saw Adrian how he did it. He angled the polisher just a little bit for what area he was working on. Kept it a little bit flat for some areas because you just want to smoothen everything out. But you angle it because it also helps cut it.
Yeah, it gets harder around the trailer because most boats that you're going to do will be on a trailer. So you want to be able to make sure that you're not going too crazy over these wheel wells. Now these are tough spots to get into, right? So you might have to leave them until later at the end. But just you got to make sure that you're always on slow speeds, going around them. Slow speeds around all character lines, and then faster, flatter speeds.
So keep in mind, you can use a polisher like this. You can use a polisher like this. It doesn't matter. But your pressure is not very much. So your pressure is going to be different if you're laying it flat versus like this. And if you have to hit something like this, there's barely any pressure being applied. And you sometimes will take the speed lower because now you're on such a fine cutting area versus when you're laying it flat, you have such a greater area. So the speed needs to be higher to keep the momentum going. So keep that in mind. And I think we'll set up a time lapse and get to it. Now, before you start freaking out after you compounded, you're saying, why didn't I get the kind of shine these guys got out of it?
That's what we ask ourselves.
We ask ourselves that every single time. You see this? This is what it will look like after you just compound it. You see all the scratches, the swirls in it. It's not great, right?
Ugly.
But then after you've polished it, that's when the shine comes out of it. So you see again, that's just cutting with oxidation remover and a white pad, white wool, yellow wool, and a polish. And that's what she's gonna look like afterwards. So yeah, don't be afraid. It's gonna start looking like that, but that just means you have to polish it, and that's when you get the depth out of it. And that's why we go over with the DA afterwards with a even lighter polishing compound, so that we get lots of depth out of all of it. So you can see beautiful shine in it now. And so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna finish out the rest of this now. Same process you guys saw in the time lapse, but again, cutting, polishing, pretty easy to see right here.
What's going on, AutoVision's family?
That pad is dirty, eh?
The fucking whole thing, man.
That pad's dirty, eh?
It's dirty. But
you see that when you pull the pad off and it leaves something like that on, it means it's way too full of compound. And all right, so we just went ahead, ceramic coated this side of the boat. As you can see, thing looks amazing after the ceramic coating. Go ahead, we're gonna take, well, you know what, sorry, we still have to polish out the back, but we're gonna clean the interior, so we're gonna be in and out of here, but we still gotta polish the back. Not a huge deal, won't take very long. We're gonna unmask this thing just like it's Christmas all over again. Making it shine, man, making it shine. It's shine time, eh? Shine time.
It's hot.
It's hot, it is, very hot. Sweating buckets right now. Can't sweat in my eyes, can't see nothing. The head will unmask this thing all the way. Nice. All right, guys, so we just went ahead and we compounded, polished, ceramic coated this boat. As you can see, This thing is looking like $1,000,000. Fantastic shine out of it. Adrian's over there on TikTok.
Not anything. You really want to see what I saw?
Anyway, so here's the boat. It looks great. You guys, you saw the steps we took. Simple compound, white wool cutting pad using the oxidation remover. Polishing pad, it's from 3M with a heavy cut car compound. Finishing it off with a light cut car compound on a heavy DA polisher. Heavy DA pad on a DA polisher, whatever the thing is. That's how we got this thing to shine this good. And it is looking great. No wet sanding involved on this boat today. Polishing only. Take a walk on this side. Turned out pretty good. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna tackle the interior of this boat. It's pretty simple, we don't need to film any of that. You guys can see us do interior on the last video we actually posted, which was it was another red boat. This is actually gonna be the first black boat on this channel. And yeah, so here it is, once again.
Shout out Sea-Doo.
Shout out to Sea-Doo. We just wanna say thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, please subscribe. And if you want your boat polished, contact us. We'll get it done. We'll make it look nice and shiny for you. And we can do it right in your driveway if you want. What do you think, Adrian?
I think that everyone should get their boat looking like this.
Yes, I agree.
It's amazing. Just amazing. Goodbye, Autovision family. You're creeping me out, dude.
You got a guide.
Ew. Nasty.
Just
The other way?
No, keep going, keep going. It's just funny. Yeah, it should be good.
Can you not run me over? Thanks. Huh? Just back up a little. Back up a little. Okay, hold. I gotta jack it up more. All right, come a little bit closer. Tiny dancers, hold. Come a little bit. Okay, stop. All right. Let's hope this doesn't turn into a fail video. Class. Pure class.